NFL Primetime is presented by Miller Lite and approved by the men of the square table. Good call. And now, here's your host,
Dre, aka Beats by Dre, aka your back-to-back weekly top scorer, aka your reigning, defending HFFL champion. Now, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to watch this week's League Notes. We had some pretty interesting things go down, so without further ado, let's kick it off. Welcome everybody to this week's episode of The Blitz. We have a lot to cover, and we even have you guys a very special guest speaker. Now, normally, we like to start the segment off with the snooze fest of the week. However, surprisingly, this week we didn't have too many duds as scores. So I think we're going to go ahead and kick it off with the main event Mafia versus rolling with my homies. Now, most teams aren't fortunate enough to get a dub whenever their wide receiver 2 and flex can't combine for more than 10 points. So I think this week, rolling with my homies is... laughing his way to the bank for more than one occasion. Now, the next game we're going to go over is 50 Shades of Grey versus that little motherfucker with glasses. Now, seeing Jared Goff go off Thursday night and seeing Aaron Rodgers have a lackadaisical performance had that little motherfucker with glasses questioning his quarterback in our chat.
Oh! Damn you, Roger! Damn it! Damn you!
Now, the game was close, and it did come down to Monday night, but Juju got that little motherfucker with glasses, the win. Now, every year, we always have that one guy who's our kryptonite. We have that one guy who has our number. A couple years back, it was Robert Woods who haunted Mr. Steel Gurley. But this year, Mr. Steel Gurley haunts Zeke Squad.
Who should start at running back? Leave us alone! It's a rebuilding year!
Now, it might be a little too early to call it a rebuilding year, but maybe Zeke Squad is going to play the permanent spoiler role going forward. Sicko Mode took care of He Hate Me easily. I think we all expected He Hate Me to not score over 100. But it was what happened after his loss that has me worried. Perhaps he needs to check himself into the concussion protocol and take the rest of the season off, because it was not long ago that he proclaimed himself to be the...
Now, visionary move of the week. This is not necessarily the week. This is the visionary move of the preseason, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all who it is and who made the move. The person that made the move is me. I made the visionary. You know what? I am the original visionary. So since I'm the original visionary, it only makes sense for me to make the visionary move of the preseason. And what was it? The visionary move was to not draft Bell with the second pick in the draft. And you know who I drafted? I drafted David Johnson. You know why I drafted David Johnson?
To trade him? But not only did you trade him, you traded him for 2 players that absolutely suck their current week. I think you're in some kind of loser denial when you keep on bringing up the rationale about us hyping up David Johnson to 2016's David Johnson. But has Jordan Howard even had a hype year? Demaryius Thomas isn't even the best receiver on his team, and it looks like he lost a step. I mean, I wouldn't have talked so much shit if you traded Jordan Howard for a few baseball cards, sack of marbles, but you traded him for 2 bums in comparison to David Johnson. So for that, my friend, I have to give you a huge...
What were you thinking? What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
I have no idea. And for you to trade your best player for a running back on a bye week when you're playing a legit top 5 team this current week, I think that spells 0-5 for you, my friend. Now, before we get into our next matchup, I would like to talk about one of our owners. But I had a pretty awkward situation. Let me go ahead and show you. Man, what the fuck is that noise? Damn it, I knew I shouldn't have fucking let Matt sleep over. He was too excited after today's game. Hey, yo Matt, turn it. What? We get it, bro. Cooper Kupp and Adam Thielen freaking balled out. But next time, please use a tube sock or something. Just play the clip,
Put up with some of these mistakes by Mackenzie Alexander.
Cooks might have gotten away with a false start there. They didn't throw the flag. Now in the end zone. Kupp! Come on! Touchdown Rams! What a catch! What a throw!
That's pretty.
Now for Trump's henchmen, perhaps losing and being 1-3 enticed him to trade Le'Veon Bell. And I'll be the first to tell you, I actually like this trade for Trump's henchmen. But that was under the assumption that he would have Melvin Gordon and James White this week and leave rolling with my homies without Melvin Gordon for 3 weeks waiting for Le'Veon Bell. But Mitra, my friend,
you're a f***ing moron, Morty.
Morty, you f***ing idiot.
You're a serious f***ing idiot, Morty. You basically killed us all. You're as dumb as a bag of sand. What an idiot, Morty. You're a brickhead. The dumbest thing I've ever laid eyes on. An idiot, dumb Morty. What an idiot.
Now regarding our last game on the slate, Ice Cream Man tried to talk shit to Beats by Dre, but his stature allowed no one to hear what he was saying. This game was an absolute massacre, and I think this best illustrates what Beats by Dre did to the Ice Cream Man.
No, güey, no pasó nada. No, güey. Está sucio, está sucio. No, güey. ¡Ya, güey! ¡Pinche pendejo, güey! ¡Ya! ¡Pinche vato, güey! ¡Ya nada, güey! ¡Pinche vato! ¡Ya, güey! ¡Ya, güey! ¡Por favor, idiota!
Ah, te bañaste.
¡Pinche pendejo, idiota! Perdón. ¡Pinche pendejo, güey!
If I was the Ice Cream Man, I'd probably be crying too. But in his defense, Beats by Dre would have massacred just about anybody this week. He broke the weekly record for the HFFL scoring wise, and it was in large part due to his ace, Alvin Kamara.
Reeves gives it to Kamara. He's got a huge opening, and he's able to get past the secondary and take off for his third touchdown of the game.
We talked about him gliding earlier. It didn't even look like he was running hard. He was running away from everybody. And he just left. He said, goodbye, I'm going back to New Orleans. See you next week.
In all likelihood, go home with a win.
And yes, he did get the win, but I don't even think the win was in doubt, even before the week started. Now it's time to throw it to our guest speaker of the week.
It's your boy Knuckles, live from the surgeon's office. Yeah, I put that $25 weekly bonus to good use and just turned it into a large clit. Enough about me though. Let's talk about my opponent this week, the GOAT. Without his courtesy, I'd be in the slumps with that bum Tots. Or even worse, I could be a fake contender like Stevie with a V for vagina. Sadly, this is one of my last weeks with my seasonal road bumps. I guess it kind of disappeared when it mattered the most, like me in the playoffs. Or like when Kyle bullied me and I left the chat for a few days. Either way, with Fustin claiming I'm still the guy, maybe I can get some miles like H has in previous seasons. We'll see if things go south this week versus a GOAT, like mine and Gina's relationship.
Wow, it sounds like somebody is gunning for quite a few people in the league. Now that's all for the Blitz. I'd like to wish everybody good luck, and just remember,
the first thing I ever learned in sports is if you're not cheating, you're not trying, and it's only cheating if you get caught. Now I'm done.
Now I'm done.